Hello all! This week we'll be discussing slash reviewing Yorgos Lanthimos' latest movie, Bugonia. And we'll be doing that and jumping into a few trailers and what we've been playing and watching. So stick with us. Yes, hello all and welcome to Middle Age Geeks. I'm one of your hosts, Phil, joined as always by my co-host, Daz. Daz, what's the story? How are you getting on?
Not too bad. I'm coming down from the Halloween sugar fucking high, which is a severe come down. 2 hours of trick-or-treating, 2 giant bags of jellies that you have to slyly kind of start removing from your daughter's pile. She's just like, look, I've got a bowl of fucking jellies. And just like, you're not having that, not having that. Fucking someone put a wham bar in there. It's like old school. Her teeth are already loose, but Jesus Christ, I would take them all out in one go. But yeah, good weekend of Halloween fun.
Yeah, Grant. Yeah, there's
What'd you dress up as?
I didn't dress up. I stayed in and looked after my dog because he didn't know what was fucking going on with all the fireworks and stuff going off. Like it was, it's like a war zone over my part of the city here. Like so, I just stayed in, chilled in with him. And luckily I had fuck all sweets in the house, thank God, because only one group called around because I forgot to go out and buy some. But it was grand, the usual stuff. Just watch some horror and yeah. Okay, well look. Why don't we get on to a bit of news then, Daz, before we jump into the other two sections? Is there anything that jumped out at you this week, news-wise?
Mainly just a few trailers. It was a few trailers before the movie we were watching that I hadn't seen. A lot of Sydney Sweeney in the trailers beforehand. There was one like The Housemaid. It looks like it's this kind of psychological thriller where Sydney Sweeney gets a job. Book. Yeah, gets a job in this house, and just things start to go amiss. That looks pretty interesting. Then, like there was one, Die My Love, with Jennifer Lawrence, and Robert Pattinson. It's like I just love that casting straight away. But it looks like one of those kind of thriller relationships gone bad. They move into a kind of cabin in the woods, and just looks kind of absurdly, weird. And just I was loving that. There's the other one. Did you see the Silent Night, Deadly Night trailer? Fuck me sideways. Just like some kid or some young guy dresses up as Santa and goes around killing people. It's just like, all right, the token slasher Christmas movie. But he goes around, but he says like, it's like naughty or nice. And he just says some guy underneath the car and he just fixing a car and he just pulls him out and he goes, naughty, and just hits him with an axe. And you're like going, oh God, help me. And then Scream 7, which I was just telling you about before we came on, looks absolutely fucking terrible. And it does not look like it belongs in the Scream franchise. It's the whole thing's in the trailer. The trailer looks like a fucking action slasher movie. There's nothing terrifying or scary. It's just, oh my God, it's just horrendous.
The trailer looks bad. The trailer looks bad, but also, you remember the voice changers from the first one? It doesn't sound like that. It sounds like Mark Hamill in this one. I went to IMDb going, hang on a second, is Mark Hamill voicing someone in Scream 7? Because that's what it fucking sounds like.
Nice little town you found. You and your pretty daughter. Reminds me of where we grew up.
But it's not going to be good. It's going to be terrible. I'm definitely going to go and see it in the cinema. Because of course I am.
Yeah, that was pretty much it trailer-wise. How about yourself?
No, nothing really, man. There's the Scream 7 one as well. And there was a couple of new ones over the last few weeks that look okay. Like that Crime 101 could be interesting. You know, the one with Chris Hemsworth and Halle Berry. You see that one?
I didn't see a trailer for that.
It looks okay. That could be decent. He kind of gets her into his world of high class crime and theft and shit like that. It'd probably be terrible, but I love those two actors, so might check that one out. No, but nothing else news-wise really on my front. The Eddie Murphy documentary, I think, was the only other thing. The one that's going to be on Netflix. Yeah, it looks fun. It's a lot of stuff with him in his house, and then loads of interviews with different people as well, which is cool. So yeah, I think it's called like This Is Eddie or Being Eddie or something along those lines. But that's out next month, or this month actually, so that could be decent. Okay, well then let's jump on to what we've been playing and watching. What have you been playing and watching this week yourself?
Playing wise, not that I've fallen off Ghost of Yota. I just haven't had that much time to put into it. I played like an hour or two of that. I've been playing Pikmin 4 because I downloaded the demo for that just to put on daughter's Switch, and then kind of like the demo, so I bought the game, and it's fucking excellent. I don't know how I missed that game. It's 'cause I love that franchise. Played the first and second one, missed the third one. But Pikmin 4, yeah, it's excellent. And playing a lot of Kirby. I'm just going into this like kids game. Fucking, I'm addicted to them at the moment. Just like pick up and play stuff. Watching wise, I think this came out. I don't know if you reviewed this already, but Murderbot. I've gotten stuck into that now.
On the Starscard. Yeah. I watched the first couple of episodes, and then I'm not sure why I didn't go back to it, but yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes. The first one was just just to give it a go, and the fact that it's only like half an hour, it's just like, yes, please. Yeah, and I'm absolutely loving it. Like Alexander Skarsgård he's just excellent. You just watch him in anything. He's fantastic as a rogue security robot. And it's just nice, that internal monologue, dialogue going on when he's assessing the scenarios. It's great. And David Dasmalchian, is that his name? Friend of the show. I fucking love him in everything. It's a great ensemble cast. And yeah, I'm loving it at the moment. And then I started watching Scorsese, Mr. Scorsese, the documentary, because straight away when I just saw that it was getting great reviews, and I was trying to think like, how the hell are you going to make a documentary on him to fit it into like 90 minutes, 2 hours? But it's not. It's a 5-parter. So it's a 5-hour long mini-series documentary. So I've started that. So that has replaced my Charlie Sheen one, which I watched half an hour of and then went, no thanks, I'll find a time to watch that. Now I'm on to this one. So I imagine I won't get through this either. But first episode is you'd imagine is kind of the weaker of, it's setting up who he is and his kind of history and where he came from and stuff. But I'd imagine when it gets to some of his going through the decades of his movie and his filmography, I can't wait to get stuck into that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Watching and playing. How about yourself?
I'm not sure if I mentioned it previous episode that I jumped into Hades 2 for a little bit just to give it a go.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to delete it, man. I'm gonna have to delete it because I haven't played anything else. I just keep fucking sitting down and just play. I'm just completely addicted to it.
So
what about this combination? What about this combination of weapons? And then they patched it. They put in a patch to that because there's like a better ending, because the ending isn't amazing. So like a true ending, which is gonna
okay.
So I went in and did that. So that's put me back hours of stuff into the game. So at the moment I'm just doing runs just for the crack, but now I'm back to all the story stuff that I've have to do again. And so like, fucking man, it's gonna just take over my life. I haven't played anything else, so like I think I'm gonna have to just delete it off and just go back to it in a few months' time. Watching was I had an Emma Thompson couple of few days because I watched the first couple of episodes of Cemetery Road, which is which kind of it's funny. Yeah, it's her. It's not the best show in the world now. It's a new Apple show, but it's her and Ruth Wilson. Like it's funny and it's interesting. It's not groundbreaking or anything, but Emma Thompson's fantastic because she always is. And then I watched Dead of Winter, which was one I think we considered doing on the show. And again, like not an amazing movie, but it's got two of my favorite actors in it, which is Emma Thompson and Judy Greer, and they're both, as you can imagine, excellent in it. And it's shot, the whole thing, you can tell by the name, the whole thing is shot in the snow. So there's just some absolutely gorgeous shots, like out on a lake and stuff, when it's all frozen over, and
nice,
just beautiful, beautiful shots, like really, really nice composed shots. So that wasn't bad. And then the only other thing was Welcome to Derry. I've watched the first episode. I'm going to watch the second one later on because it was on Friday. And it's good. Yeah, it's decent. It's really gory. It's definitely got that funnier element to it. Like it's almost I know it's Andy, whatever his name is, Machete doing it, but it does have almost that Sam Raimi, adding the comedy into it a little bit. There's one part of it, I'm not going to ruin it to anybody, but there's one part of a baby being born that is just, you have to see it. It's fucking hilarious. But that's
a hell of a teaser comment.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you off air because I know you're definitely not going to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, that's it. And really, on my end, I haven't really got into too much else. Okay, well then, those two sections out of the way, let's get on to the main event, which is our movie discussion / review. This week is Bugonia, and Daz is going to take us through that. So Daz, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Super duper, yeah. Bugonia, the new film by Yorgos Lanthimos, adapted from 2003 South Korea movie, Save the Green Planet.
You're not going to pronounce it and try it in Korean, no?
Yeah. Well, let me try. No, thank you. Yeah, that director, Jan June Hwan, was set to direct this before, I think, health reasons kind of scuppered that, and Yorgos stepped in. So yeah, this stars Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Aidan Delbis, and a few others. The basic synopsis is it follows two conspiracy-obsessed young men who kidnap Emma Stone's high-powered CEO, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying planet Earth. And that's a brilliant setup for this bonkers fucking movie. So if you're new to the channel, we will go through as best we can non-spoilers, given our general reviews on the movie. Then we'll get into a few spoilers, of which there are quite a few at the end of this review. So firstly, now, Phil, what did you think of this? Now, after the last 3 weeks of slight disagreements, are we going 4 for 4?
I think you already know. You're going to know the answer to this. I loved this movie. I absolutely loved it. The performances are fantastic. Yeah, I loved everything about it. I knew that was the way it was going to end. It couldn't have gone any other way. I think really, I just thought performances were fucking fantastic. And Jesse Plemons is incredible. Emma Stone's always amazing, and this is what her fourth movie with Lanthimos.
Fifth, I think, actually. Yeah.
Is it fifth?
The favorite one.
So the favorite per things. This one,
Kind of kindness.
Kind of kindness.
There's another one as well.
Is there? I thought this was the fourth.
Yeah.
So she's fucking brilliant. I think this is your man Aidan. What's his face's first acting role, I think, or definitely in a big screen acting role.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
And I thought he was fantastic. He brought that kind of extra bit of heart into it, and it wasn't a piss take. Obviously, he's an autistic guy in real life as well.
Yeah,
and it wasn't a piss take or anything like that. Like, he wasn't baby handled or anything like that. Some people treat it like it's a disability. And you can kind of say, "I leave him alone. He's autistic." He's not like that. He's he's just as much responsibility as Jesse Plemons has, and I thought he was great. Yeah, no, it's great. It's funny. It's when it is gory, it's proper gory. And yeah, I suppose it doesn't have that. Well, it does, but not to a level, the bleakness that you'd expect from one of his movies. It doesn't have it. No, don't get me wrong. It goes a bleak kind of story. But I mean, the movie itself is quite, it's bright, and it doesn't have that kind of played down dark colors and, not very light humor, whereas there's a good bit of humor in this, even though the subject matter is kind of grim and all too familiar. I mean, jump onto social media and you'll see people with views like Jesse Plemons' character, all over the place. People are just, that's what the internet has brought to us. People who would have normally been conspiracy theorists on the corner with their fucking tinfoil hat now have a bunch of people online who agree with them. But yeah, sorry, that's me rattling on. What did you think of this one?
I absolutely fucking love this movie. It's
thank God.
It's excellent. Yeah, it'd be hard kind of not to. There's a few things didn't kind of gel for me, but yeah, I loved it. I think it's an amazing kind of two-hander. Really, like Jesse and Emma Stone, they just play off each other so fucking well. They're just so good. They have so many the scenes that they have together and the dialogue, and we get into the script and stuff later on. It's just fantastic. Like, the two characters are just how the way they butt heads, and the way Emma Stone is trying to maneuver in every scene with him, different way, different angle to kind of approach it. And then Jesse's character is kind of changing also with new information in the scenes. It's just fantastic. They are just, you could watch them for fucking hours. The movie looks great. Cinematography is really good. Really good. It's fucking fantastic. It looks, amazing. One of my main worries going into this, because Poor Things is the only one of his films I've actually seen, and as good as that movie looked, I really didn't like the camera work in that movie. It drew too much attention to himself and just took me out of the movie. Where in this, it's more, like, let's say in inverted commas, traditional. It's just nice camera work, nice normal shots. There's no funky weird shot through a keyhole for no fucking reason. That's just my Poor Things rant. But yeah, I just thought it was the movie is suitably bonkers, and you nail on the head there in terms of, like, it's kind of grim, and tonally it's kind of all over the place tonally, but it works. Like, you don't really know what kind of genre movie it is halfway through. You're just like, is this a dark comedy? Is this a sci-fi movie? Is it a psychological
It's
thriller?
all
Just
of the
like, it's
above.
all of
It's a
them.
satire. It's yeah.
Everything. And he juggles all of them. And like, that's to kind of go down that route and to really juggle all those kind of themes and tones, you could fall apart, but he manages that brilliantly. The script is excellent, really, really excellent. But yeah, for the most part, and the score, I absolutely loved the score. There's more on that later as well. But yeah, let's get straight into the cast then. Stone, she's only 35, 36. She's already just like one of the greats. She's going to be one of the greats. In 10 years, she'll be like alongside like Meryl Streep kind of caliber, you know, in terms of like, she's already got 2 Oscars, like the way she's churning out movies and performances. That whole thing that, you know, Daniel Day-Lewis broke that whole thing where he was the first one to get 3, and it was always a thing that like he mightn't get it this year because that would be 3, and which makes no fucking sense. In 10 years, she's going to have 5 or 6 fucking Oscars. She is just absolutely astonishing, and it's kind of a tricky role, and she shaves her head for it, which is amazing.
Playing an older character. Usually, you see characters, and they're always being the age is always played down. Where she's playing a 45-year-old in this, without changing anything to her makeup or any the rest of it. It's one of the reasons he's suspicious of her and all this kind of shit. Yeah, I agree, man. I thought she was absolutely amazing, and she just seems to have this connection with Yorgos Lanthimos, where because his movies are so out there, you wouldn't blame an actor if they couldn't gel with exactly what he was looking for or exactly what he wanted from you. But she's been in some very different movies from him, and he seems to get like the absolute best out of her. I think she was incredible in this and seems to be having a lot of fun as well with it. I've watched some of the press for it, and her and Jesse Plemons seem to have great chemistry as friends off screen as well, which is cool. Like, so yeah, no, I thought I was blown away by her and obviously Jesse Plemons. I mean, I know, what did you say the guy's name? Aiden something, the surname?
Aiden Delbus.
Yeah, like I know it's really like it's 3 leads, but for most of the part, it's a lot of his kind of physical acting in the background or his small little interjections that can really make the scene. So I suppose, but those 2 are the leads, really. Jesse Plemons and thing, and I loved their interactions, the stuff you'll have seen in the trailer where he has her kind of locked up after the kidnapper and stuff. Those back and forths, you can fucking feel it in the room. Like, it's just, yes, they're in a basement, but you feel like you're there with them. It's real enclosed interrogation stuff, and she's trying to play it cool and keep it calm, de-escalate the situation, and he's just these baggy over fucking clothes. He just looks like your typical what you would imagine a conspiracy nut looks like if you pictured it in your head.
Disheveled madness.
Yeah,
like it. And that is, there's a moment in the movie when they're having that first kind of scene in the basement, and Emma Stone's character, she's still that kind of CEO, kind of like powerful character where she's just like, how can I manage this with these 2 fucking dimwits? And it just takes a little bit of a shift physically, and it's just, there was a gasp in the cinema, and the cinema was quite packed for this one, which is fucking great to see. But there was a definite, like, the scene in the whole movie kind of took off in terms of their relationship when certain things happen, and there was a gasp in the cinema, and it's like, oh fucking, here we go. And he really, like, Jesse Plemons, he looks the part. He looks like he's just fucking, and the location as well, like the way they're trying to dress up in like kind of suits and stuff when they're trying to kidnap her and stuff, and they just look so fucking ragtag, like disheveled, like in bits. And their house, the set is just, which they built from scratch, which is fucking fantastic.
Did they? Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic set. But yeah, Jesse he brings such an incredibly believable aspect to that kind of conspiracy theory nutter, where he kind of looks the part, but he's unwavering. You know what I mean? It's not like that he believes this. Like, these are facts to him. He knows this, and it's he looks on the cusp of breakdown at times. And there's a couple of scenes with there's a cop in it where cop comes to the house. It's just that he's trying to be all calm and cool or whatever, but he looks in bits, and it's just that sense of like trying to get someone out of your house, but it's a cop, and you can't. It's just some of those scenes, just the intensity and the tension is just
Those scenes where
magnificent.
they never actually tell you what happened between him and the cop, because he talks about him
Yeah, yeah,
being his
yeah.
old babysitter. They dance around whatever it was. We don't actually find
So
out.
weird and so awkward, and just like,
Yeah.
yeah, about what happened before. We can move past that. And you're just like, what the fuck is going? It's just such a uh, innocent kind of scene, but with seriously dark undertones. It's just
But
it's just excellent, excellent writing.
it's yeah. I think he's you're bang on there. I think his critique of basically of what these people you'll find on fucking, as I said at the start, any social media you go on, they have this sense of grandiosity. Like if this person is an alien, this guy, you're the only one that's going to be the person that's going to negotiate with her fucking supposed fucking alien buddies, the Emperor, and I think you, the guy who packs boxes in for like an Amazon style company and lives in middle of nowhere with your cousin and cycles everywhere, looks and dresses like shit. Like just that you're the one that's Earth's representative. And he sees himself that way. He sees himself as being this fucking savior almost, and but yeah, it does. It comes down to what you said, Daz, that it's not that he has faith. He knows in his head this is the truth. That you got to use tinfoil to cover these things up, and you got to do this, and that's why her head is shaved. Because it's all about getting rid of the receptors that'll be allow her to be found. All this kind of stuff, like fucking nutball shit. And he fucking nails it.
Oh shit! But yeah, but even like Emma Stone, like you only get a few scenes of her as the CEO. There's just an outrageously good scene with like her opening, essentially, when she's talking about trying to be good to her workers and like there's no more late nights, no more kind of crunching and all this stuff. Everyone leaves at 5:30. It's like, well, unless you have work to do, or unless you need to make your quotas, we need to make money and progress. But you can leave at 5:30, and it's just.
If you feel that's right.
Intro.
If you feel it's right.
If you feel it's right, leave at 5:30.
The 5:30 thing. Look, I know you sent the email already, but I need you to let everyone know that they are free to leave at 5:30 from now on, starting today. No one is going to be overworked like in the past. No more unpleasant incidents. But, of course, it's not compulsory. And obviously, if people still have work to do, they should absolutely stay and continue to work. Yeah. Just remembering, we are running a business here, so let your conscience guide you kind of thing. Yeah?
It's a remarkable opening to a character. You just get her straight away. It's just like, I fucking love her. I love everything about her. But yeah, let's get stuck into the script, because I thought the script and just the dialogue was fantastic. And it's very hard, like, kind of not go into spoilers, but just their scenes together. In every scene, there's multiple layers to it. There's just slight shifts in the focus of each character at every moment, and it's kind of like a chess match from Emma Stone's point of view, where she's like, how can I get out with it? As we said, with these kind of dimwits, to suddenly like, oh fuck, I might be in a bit of danger. How can I agree and say I am an alien? But then it's Jesse Plemons' his character. I can't remember his name of his character, but he's like, he's not taking it. He's aware of what she's trying to do, and it's just it's a kind of balancing act between both of them. But I thought, the scenes it just ramps up in the tension, but the dialogue and the script just gets better and better as the movie gets on. I was pleasantly, like, I knew this movie it's going to be pretty good, but I was pleasantly surprised at the script and how fantastic the
I wonder how close it is to the Korean version. Like how much.
I'd love to watch that movie.
I think I remember vaguely reading something about it when it was first mentioned that it was a remake, and I think that rather than it being his cousin Don, I think it's his sister, and she's also mad eccentric or whatever, but it's not played, not an autistic actor or character, but she's just kind of out there. And I think that I'm not sure with any other differences. I think most of it's probably the same. But then I don't know if I'd be interested to know how much of the writing is down to the original writer or how much of it is down to who decided to adapt it for Western audiences.
Yeah, because it adapted with like Will Tracy. He wrote The Menu. I think a show I haven't seen, but he did a lot of
I love that
writing.
movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but he did a lot of writing for Succession as well, and it just makes perfect sense because the dialogue is just outrageously good and natural for the absurd scenario that this movie takes place in terms of cinematography, I waxed on about this. I just thought, especially the set, like the set is like when I was watching it, and it makes sense when they said that they built it from scratch, because I was like, how the fuck did they find a house like this that is just, it's got this amazing kind of color palette. It's kind of like in between sun-soaked kind of orange and kind of off-white eggish yellow. It's that middle fucking yellow kind of grimy look to it that like, because a lot of it takes place in that house, but cinematography in the house, and it's the movie is filmed in VistaVision as well, after one battle after another, and it looks fantastic. And I don't know if you noticed, did you see it on big screens? You get that aspect ratio. It's gonna 1.6 to 1 or something. It's just glorious. We need more movies shot in that format. But yeah, what do you think about cinematography?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. There's great, and there's not even just the stuff inside the house as well. There's one absolutely gorgeous shot. It's just a composition. It's a still camera shot, but it's outside of the house. Jesse Plemons he's so wound up and everything about how things are going with Emma Stone. He's out in a car, which I don't know if the car works, but he's inside and he's just banging when he's thrashing around and he's angry. And Dom is just kind of sitting there looking at him outside. And it's just this beautiful shot. And a lot of times you'd have, okay, we need to have the house centered and this, that, but they're not. They keep the house off to the left, and what's centered is just the woods and this trail and stuff. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And the way he comes down, he gets out of the car, and you just see kind of Dom walking over and just kind of tapping him on the shoulder. But it's just beautiful still shots like that where they just let them be. There's nothing crazy had to be added into it. As you said at the start, there's no mad clever shot they needed to do, swing around the car while this is happening. It's just they just let the shot be, and it's just these two characters and everything you need to know, because there's no words said in it. It's just the actions. Everything you need to know is being told in what you see here, and I love that. And there's plenty of those in this. Yeah. It's a gorgeous stuff.
And that's the thing, whenever there's movement in, like, he keeps it to kind of single take shots for the most part. If there's movement where it's Jesse and he's on his bike, and he's on his bike a few times, it's just lovely just simple dolly shots in front of him. But there's a lot of like tracking shots left to right on dolly tracks, just keeping that master wide shot, and it's just moving left to right and just keeping all the action in frame. No cuts, no need for anything. And I just loved that. It just, the camera, just motivated camera movement, and it just didn't draw attention to itself, which is my pet peeve with Poor Things. But in terms of, let's get on to the score, because the score is fucking, I think the score is absolutely fantastic. But I was reading that Yorgos, he asked the composer Jerskin, I can't remember his name, let me get his name, Jerskin Fendrix. I was like, that is a fucking amazing name. He's done a few. I think he started to compose for Poor Things and did kind of Kindness as well. But for those movies, Poor Things and Kind of Kindness, Yorgos asked him to write he read the script and do the score, but without seeing any of the footage, which is an interesting way of doing it. But for this, he didn't even give him the script. He just gave him 4 words, which were like bees, basement, spaceship, and Emily Bald. And said, compose something for that, which is fucking brilliant. And for the most part, I loved the score. Well, not even for the most part, I love the score, but its implementation in a few scenes, it kind of reminded me of that whole camera drawing attention to itself, where the score kind of took me out of it a little bit, because the music swells and there's a crescendo and all this stuff when someone's just walking somewhere. The action doesn't quite match up with the sensationalist score at that particular time. More often than not, that is not the case. The rest of it is just such a grand score. It's so big. Were you a fan?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and there's I found almost a nature documentary kind of vibe to some of it. Like, you're watching some of it, it just has that fucking film where it's changing from the real intense thing into the kind of, and then the fucking bees or the so birds or the sharks or whatever it is. It has that kind of feel to it. I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great. Like, again, it has that, there's a hopefulness about, parts of this movie as well. And I think that the score brings that out as well. I think it's, I really, really enjoyed it. I hadn't realized that that's all he gave him notes wise. That's brilliant.
That's just fucking so cool. And I kind of want to get into spoilers. Is there anything else we should touch on before getting into spoilers? Because there is some awesome spoilers.
Well, that's the thing. When I was thinking about this one, it's like the review we were going to do. That was one of the main things that was going to be quite difficult, because the movie is all about his interrogation and his belief of this person and what she's done. But there's so many big points in this where they are so spoilery. I don't want to ruin it. And I know that makes this a fairly short review compared to our others if you're going to leave us now. But there isn't really a massive amount else, to go with, because effects wise, not really a massive amount, to be done. There is some fantastic practical effects in it, but again, it's not heavy on effects. As you said, camera work's quite simple. There's not really a massive amount more to go into it without spoiling anything, and I really don't want to do that because I want people to see this movie.
Yeah.
And
so let's give it.
Yeah, my only thing just to finish on that would be if you have watched his other movies and you're not a super fan of his work, this is a little different. Like, yes, it does have that kind of bleakness that you'd expect, but at the same time, there is a lot of humor and hopefulness and stuff in this. And I watch it for the performances. It's 2 hours that flew by.
Absolutely.
So yeah, star rating. I'm gonna go very high. I'm going 4.5, man. I really, really love this movie.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking 4, but it's easily a 4.5. It's just a half star. It's like, because I don't know. Normally I'm easier going to 5 than you, but just, some bits were a little bit kind of took me out of it. And the kind of side story with the cop, as kind of interesting and kind of weird as it is, I think you could have dropped that and you don't really lose anything. I think it's just there to add another character into the mix.
From what I remember, all of that is in the Korean one, so maybe they were just
maybe
playing it to that. Yeah, maybe they're just ticking the box or paying their homage to it, because as far as I know, that was all in the Korean one as well.
Yeah, but everything else about it is, I just love how many genres it mashes together into a movie and kind of sticks to the landing, so to speak. It's always fantastic. Everything about it, just go and watch it. And absolutely, even if you're not a fan of his work, it's the most kind of normal movie that I've heard that he's made, even though it's wildly absurd. And it's just brilliant. Go check it out. 4.5 stars from both of us. So then, if you are sticking around for spoilers, hopefully you've seen it, or you just want stuff to be spoiled, then we were going to spoil it. It's hard not to start with the end, but let's start with the end. I kind of got an idea. Like, there's one, let's say, touch on one other kind of negative, that it's not so much a negative, but it's one of those things that just always annoys me from when the writing caliber is of this standard, that when Don kills himself with the shotgun, it's just like, from the way he talks that that's going to happen. I'm ready to leave now. And you straight away, oh my God, he's going to blow his head off. Why doesn't Emma Stone, who's very smart, pick that up as well? If an audience, if you know it, it's one of those kind of script tropes as such, or kind of cliches that when I think there's a way for that to be, if that's to be a shock for Emma, make it a shock for us as well. We're one of those where don't have it so telegraphed at the dialogue. Just in a way, I'd love for that to be like, oh, Jesus, or she should act like us. She should go, no, one of those moments.
I think they left it in, though, more to get her reaction to the surprise reaction for being absolutely covered in blood when his head explodes. I think you want that actual reaction of what the fuck, which I think she actually does shout, is that maybe they left it in for that shock factor. I don't know.
I just think, it just changes dialogue or something where he goes, okay, I'm ready to go, and then just blows his head off. So we get the shock as well. So we don't know what's going to happen. It's just too telegraphed for me.
It broke my heart.
But, stop. I was just like, fucking no way. Like, because
as you said, it's coming. And it's coming. And then you're almost feeling angry towards her, her character, because she's talking to him and she's maybe sees him more as an easy mark because there's no talking Jesse Plemons out of it. And the way she's talking to him and stuff, she's like, look, I can get you out of here. We can leave together. We can go wherever you want. Do you want to go to space? Yeah, sure. And she just sees him as the easier mark. And then for him to go ahead and then just fucking, okay, I'm ready to go, and fucking blowing his fucking head off. I straight away, I was like, oh, you absolute bitch. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Well, not. Ultimately, it's Jesse Plemons' fault. for basically poisoning his mind with, even though he turns out to be true, he's being poisoned. He's the one who chemically fucking castrated him and all this shit. Like,
yeah, that bit was just like, oh my God, chemically castrated.
yeah.
Poor guy.
But that's incel to a new level. Like that is like that. Like that really is. You've jumped up a notch. Like there's incels out there, but this actually chemically castrate yourself. No.
Yeah.
Bueno.
But yeah, so yeah, the main spoiler is Emma Stone is an alien, an Andromedon or Andromeda, yeah, whatever. She is a fucking alien, and it kind of, you don't know which way it's going. It's kind of clever that you have a sense that with his movie that's going to be the rug pull is going to be, oh my God, she's an alien. When she brings Jesse into her office and she's like, no, you got to go into the closet and I'm going to do something on my calculator and type in a 72-digit code and stuff. You're just going, all right, is she trying to stall? What's she trying to do? Because he has a bomb on, like a fucking bomb vest on. And then, but when he goes into the closet and she's kind of backing away, I'm like, still kind of going, what's her play here? Like how, because she's hurt her knees, and she kind of fucking broke her knee. It wasn't as easy as, oh, she's going to be an alien or whatever. Yes, they are kind of teasing you with a couple of bits, and then when that just explodes,
his
head just fucking knocks her out or knocks her down. It's just like, oh fuck me, sideways. What the fuck was that? And I was like, because then I was thinking, was that? Does she have fucking? Why does she have a trap in her fucking closet? And then I was like, oh no, it was his vest that went off. I was like, oh okay. And then when you just kind of get the reveal where she goes in and, the light goes, whoop, and she comes out of the fucking fluid thing up on the ship, you're just like, yeah, you went there. Fuck it, you went there. And it's just. Yeah.
I think they were always gonna. I assumed from the start that that was always going to be the reveal, but it was how big of the reveal was it going to be? Was it going to be it plays out
teaser.
That he either gets killed or he gets locked up or something, and then there's kind of a look towards the camera and you realize, and you see your eyes glowing, like Mystique at the end of fucking X-Men or something, that and the eyes just glow yellow for a second, like it's going to be something like that, like a little wink towards the camera. But no, we fully get up to see the spaceship, and it's exactly how he pictured it. He'd done a 3D model and printed it off, and it's exactly like, so it's just everything he thought was true. Like when he shaved her head, he's like, yeah, sorry, I couldn't make contact because they shaved my head. Like, not like everything that he had said, he was bang on the money.
Yeah.
But the way, like, first of all, they're the most unpractical outfits I've ever seen in my life. Those giant fucking knitted,
fucking hilarious, like sumo suits or something.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. But I know a lot of people maybe won't like the very, very ending, but because it is so bleak. But yeah, it's like they keep, when they're showing the 2-3 days before the what's the thing when the sun equinox or the eclipse. Fucking Jesus, the eclipse. Then 2 days, and you can see that it's moving. You can see that's fucking flat Earth. That's what they're doing here. But when they go and you see you up on the, like, it's a really just fucking ticking all the conspiracy theory boxes throughout the movie. Yeah. But when she's basically sitting around and she's looking at what's essentially a model of Earth, and she has this kind of thing in her hand, and she just pokes this flat Earth version of Earth, and she's just, she's almost crying when she does it, because obviously she's being living there as one of them for whoever so long. But then the score that they play over, or the tune that they play over, is fantastic. You just cut back to Earth, and people have just died instantly in whatever happened they were doing. So there's 2 people fucking, and they're just fucking dead on top of each other. There's fucking, boats and planes and cars, everything all crashed, and people are all just dead. Yeah, classrooms of kids, people getting married. It's just everything, and they just dropped dead. And everyone's just dead, and not like they didn't explode or anything. Everybody just pop, and that's it. Dead.
Eyes open.
Yeah, eyes open, dead. And it's just, but the music again, which is obviously makes even more sense when you said, Daz, that it was, you only gave him the few words, because it's a very hopeful, jaunty almost kind of soundtrack tune that they have playing over it. And yeah, it's great, man. I loved it. I loved the ending, because I didn't know how they were going to handle it. Were we going to get to see something big or what? But I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, like that was my favorite part, the bleakest part at the end. It's just like, what are they going to do? And yeah, that sequence and the music, it just plays out, and I had a big grin on my face, just going, oh, fucking hell. Like, if you're going to go big and go wild and go weird, just fucking turn up to 11. Why not? But yeah, and the fact she's even speaking in her language, because he had said to her earlier on, like, when he catches her, like, you're speaking English. If you are an alien, why aren't you speaking in your language? And all these wild, weird fucking theories and fucking bonkers stuff all through the movie. And he was right all the way. And then I was thinking back, like, how the fuck did he know all of that and get it all so right? But completely forgot when she kind of gets free and she opens that kind of thing in the basement and there's all the heads and stuff. And when she does say to him, she's just like, he's obviously captured people and you tortured them and decapitated
He's always a serial killer. He's a serial killer.
Yeah. And she's saying, like, oh my God, like, how many of them were Andromedans or whatever? And he said, like, 2 of them. So he's obviously done this and gotten this information. That's why he's sure it's a fact. And he knows all this stuff because he's caught people and fucking tortured them and murdered them. And he's found out. And that could be, like, if you don't go the route of Emma Stone being an alien, that's an even darker thing where he's tortured people and some people under duress and fear of death could have just told him fucking any wild story like that he's believing. But the fact that he's gone, just there's so much more depth into his character. You're just going, Jesus Christ, he's not just a conspiracy theorist nutjob. He's a fucking violent serial killer it's just really fucking wild. But I loved that ending. I loved that they just took a swing, like they're swinging big. Yorgos is swinging big, and then the writer, that they've just fucking gone there. Like, it's just wild. Brilliant.
And I suppose just because while we're on that, like, the reason she has the time to do that is the way what she tells him to do when she confesses and tells him, yes, okay, I am what's it called, an alien, blah blah blah. And he gets her to go all the way to his mother's in the hospital. He says, look, we do have this secret thing that's blah blah blah. So she says it's in this fucking like antifreeze bottle in the fucking car. So he goes and fucking gets into the hospital, gets the antifreeze, injects it into her IV, and kills her.
Killed his mum, yeah.
Yeah, Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy. She's only like 10 years older than Jesse Plemons. Like.
Yeah, but it's just so she makes him kill his own mum. You're like, holy shit, that's dark. When you can see the hatred in her because she's flying through all his research, and you're like, oh, at the time, if you didn't know how it was going to end, you're thinking like, is she just disgusted by the fact that he's done any of this? But then I think what adds more to make you think that she is an alien is like a normal person would have just ran. Like, but instead she hangs around. She's looking at the work that he's done. She's pissed off, and I'm sure impressed as well by the sheer amount of information that he has on these Andromedans. But yeah, like you said, it does add so much more of a dark thing to it to know that how many years has he been capturing people who he suspects, torturing them. Some of them turn out to be just regular humans, and some of them, 2 of them were aliens. How many people went through that chair, were stuck in that basement getting tortured?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking pretty dark. But just even the monologue by Emma when you're still not sure is she an alien, or has she just fucking had enough and she's come up with this fucking story when she's just like, yeah, we came here and fucking the dinosaurs ruled and all this stuff, and and humans died out and we fucking made you in our image and all this kind of stuff, and it's just this massive big fucking monologue, and you're just kind of at that point you get an idea that it might go that way, but also you just think, is this her way just to go, oh, fuck this and get out of it, and she's concocted the story. Just that monologue from herself. I just think she has so many moments. Well, they both have so many moments throughout the movie where it's either monologues or it's the two-hander or the dinner scene where they're just fucking incredible performances. Like the one with the dinner scene where she's kind of chained to the chair. And it's so many layers to it. Like the scene changes so many fucking times where it's nice and having a conversation. Then the tension kind of starts to ramp up, and then it dulls down again. Then it ramps up again. Then he ends up fucking launching across the table to fucking grab her and try and kill her and choke her. And it's just fucking wild. It's the moment I was saying in the non-spoiler where when they first capture her and she's kind of playing it off like, how do I get out of this? And it's when he fucking slaps her. And it just dials it up a bit, and everyone in the audience, and you are kind of going, okay, oh fuck, yeah, like this, like the tension ramps up, but the possibilities of what he might do, that straight away just flies into your head in the audience, and it's just like, ooh, I like that, and his character just constantly evolves, and when he realizes that she can take, oh yeah, even talk about the torture scene. That's like the other, like, kind of the amount of genres we were talking about that it ticks boxes in. But when he's torturing her, and it's pretty fucking vicious, like 400 fucking volts, whatever he's pumping into her. And then after that, he's just like, "Oh my god, I didn't know you were royalty because you can take that much pain or whatever." And suddenly it changes again, where he treats her a bit more esteem because she's
Your Highness,
alien.
he starts calling her.
Your Highness.
Yeah.
You're just going, what the fuck is going on? It's just absolutely just there's so much in it. There's so much to the script, which is fantastic. And yeah.
And I should have said this in the spoiler section, but like, big shout out to Emma Stone's physical acting, because there's fucking like the fight that she has with them at the start when she's trying to escape them, and then she's running around on barefoot. Like she's but she makes it funny, and the music, of course, makes it funny as well, and the way the shots are composed. But again, when she's getting back to the office with him, and it's everything, she's been smiley to all the people who are like, hang on a second, haven't you been fucking missing for the last few days?
Yeah.
FBI are looking for you, all the rest of it. And she's obviously got a wig on, looking with a dude beside her. She looks disheveled, but everything is acting with this fucking one leg with a knee bashed in. And then she gets picked up by the ambulance, and then her making it back, and everything is just this frantic physical acting while fucking stumbling across on one leg. And it's all of it is just brilliant. Like it's I was smiling from ear to ear watching her. She's so captivating. She's just brilliant.
Yeah, and I was looking into where the title comes from. What the fucking Bugonia?
It's a Greek thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Greek word for Greek ritual for generating bees, for ritual for generating bees from a cow's carcass. I was like,
yeah, well, they believed that's what it was. If you everything without a certain amount of blood, only a certain amount of blood taken from it, that
recently deceased animals.
Yeah, so it's to do with just new life and rebirth and all these kind of things, and like they're obviously it's just gross fucking flies that grow on dead bodies. That's all it is. Like, it's lovely to think that present the bees who then start a colony who bring more life to everybody is like, no, it's just gross. But that is the name. But I mean, I'm sure the name Save the Green Planet or Save Earth or whatever it is, how it's translated, is fine for a Korean movie. But I think if you just called one of his movies Save Earth or Save the Green Planet, like, what? It just wouldn't be him. It just wouldn't make any sense.
It doesn't translate too well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of spoilers, unless you can think of anything else.
No, like I could harp on about the movie forever. Like the violence when it does happen is holy shit. Like when he, what's his face, blows his head off, when he kills the cop, with the bee, first of all with the bees, and then fucking with the shovel and just beats the hell out of him. And then Jesse Plemons exploding. Like when they do gory, they do it fucking serious.
Yeah, it's a lot of blood. Like
really great stuff from the practical effects team on that. But it's just great, man. I'm delighted with it. I love the wackiness of it. It's one that I'll be 100% recommending and watching again.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, check it out. 4.5 stars. Check it out in cinemas.
Nice one. Right, well, thanks very much for taking us through that, Daz. It's good to get some background information as well on the music and all the rest of it. I'll have to do a bit more reading about it, maybe even watch the Korean version.
Absolutely.
So to all of you at home, thank you very much for sticking with us and for listening and all that good stuff. So keep on liking, subscribing, and we will see you all in the next one. So take it easy.